Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish.
This is
The Petri dish, the Petri dish, the Petri dish. This is the Petri dish. There's something growing in here, and it's whatever the fuck attracts moths. I don't know what the fuck's happening in my house. Everything's falling apart. My life is one long fart waiting to end. With me today is Andrea B. Yay!
Hi, Bobby. I'm worried about you.
Good.
Yeah. Just a friendly friend over here worried about my friend because he's making his own alcohol and feeding his own chickens.
I'm full of positivity. Hashtag PMA. Get that positive mental attitude. I'm all about self-improvement. As all the podcast listeners know, I'm doing great. Except for day to day when I just don't.
Sometimes it's like you're like, I'm doing so great. And then it's just like one day or 1 or 2 days. And you're like, well, I really fucked that up and like ate a whole pie.
There's been that. It's mostly just like I've turned all of my coping mechanisms into like healthy things. There's a fucking echo from all these fucking microphones. All my coping mechanisms are healthy now. So it's just like even my ex the other day when I was hanging out with her, which, people told me not to do, but fuck you. I live a different path. She was just like, oh, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what else to do other than just do good.
Do good.
And it's so exhausting. Like I wish I could just be like the lonesome shit pile that I was like 2 years ago and just like be fine with that.
Yeah.
Be fine with just like getting high and eating Taco Bell like every fucking day. But now I'm like, no, I want to cook some healthy food for myself.
But you can still get high.
Go shopping. Oh, that still happens. But
you can still get high and then eat healthy.
Yeah. And so I've just been like snacking on raw cashews.
Yeah, I ate some of those.
Yeah, and I've been going like on Saturday. I didn't know what else to do with my life, so I just went to the gym twice.
2 times.
Yeah, I fucking wore off part of my finger knuckle just boxing too much. Just getting out that aggression.
That is a lot. You know what? I get it, though. I was very aggressive recently, and then I knew that because people were talking to me, and they were like, you should try kickboxing. And I was like, is that the vibe?
Yeah, it's like
this is the vibe I'm giving. This is the vibe? That's the vibe?
When you reach that level of crazy where everyone's like, you need to let this out somehow.
You need to punch something. You're going to have to...
I'm like, oh, good. It's real hard. It's real hard to be like, I'm not a violent person, and I just want to spread love and joy to the world, and be like, I have to go and just punch something to death for an hour.
Yeah.
Like I punched that bag so hard, and with like it just rocks around so much, and it's so loud. People stare at me when I'm up there.
They probably like, who's this giant Asian man punching this bag?
Yeah, and I do it for a while.
Yeah,
I'm just like, well, my hands hurts, and I just do angry sit-ups.
Oh, what's it's just fueled by anger.
Yeah, so it's just like it's too many, and I'm doing that thing where I like twist when I get to the top so I can get the obliques. You know how it is.
Yeah, I gotta work out.
Yeah, it's really like I'm glad because now I can shop at Target now. That's one of the little joys of my life. I got this sweater at Target. It made me feel nice. I can fit in regular clothes.
Oh,
I can fit into regular people things.
That's like an extra large.
Yeah, it is just double X.
Oh, okay, so you're normal.
Yeah, I can do it now. I can go to stores and be like, hey, look, there's a thing that I can wear.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be like 5X. I didn't ever actually get as big as 5X, but I was fat enough to the point where my mom was buying me clothes, and she was just like, whatever, it's big. So she one time she bought me a 6X tall polo shirt.
Oh.
It went like halfway down my thighs. It looked like a mini skirt. And she was still like, perfect, it's hiding all of your fatness. I'm like, it's not. It's making me look more weird.
Yeah,
I'm wearing a
tall polo tee.
I looked like I was trying to put on Shaq's clothing and failing miserably. So yeah, now I don't talk to her as much.
I wonder how big that would be on me.
It would probably go at least past your knees. I think I might still have it somewhere.
Yeah, probably to my ankles.
Yeah. So we're both just wonderful, happy individuals.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've been mentally unstable for years, but just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I did I went and I hung out with my family, and damn, that can fuck you up when you hang out with your family for too long and then you try to like snap back into your own reality and you still have like their like energy on you and you're like, Mom, get out of my head.
Yeah. Like you spend a lot of time trying to curate your own world so that you can feel comfortable as yourself, and then you go back to the place
and it just crumbles
and
all
like,
in front of you. And they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? We're worried about your future.
I wish my family wasn't so supportive of me.
Oh, well, no, my family is like, they're supportive, but then like they like take it back. They're like, we're so proud of you. And then the next day they're like, what are you doing? We're worried about your future. And I'm like, well, which is it? Are you fucking proud of me? Or are you seriously worried about my future?
That's only my mom. Like the rest of my family is all super chill, mainly because I'm like the most successful out of all of them. But like my mom is still just, it's like she still thinks I'm a baby. Mm-hmm. And like one time she like busted into my house, not busted it. It was like I was
into this house.
I was having like a family thing, so like everyone was over. My mom came in and was like trying to ask my sister where shit is. I'm like, hey, my house. My name's on the fucking mortgage. Maybe ask me where cups are or something. Yeah. You know, like maybe talk to me like I own the fucking place.
Ugh. Ugh. I think that even if I did own a home, they would be like, well, what are you doing in Reno?
Right.
I think that's everyone's question. Well, what do you do in Reno? What do you do?
Nothing.
People ask me that. I mean, I don't live in Reno, but people ask me that in Tahoe all the time. I'll like go to LA and I'll be talking to people and they're like, but what do people do in Tahoe? I'm like, what the fuck do you do in LA? Like, it's
we get high and we do whatever our shitty hobbies are and try to live our lives.
Yeah. And it's like, I live there so I can be outside and not be like in an office all day, even though now I've sold my soul to a ski resort.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here like I'm in Reno because I chose it and I thought it was the right choice. This. You know, like now I can see why it'd be probably good that I don't like hop into any like marriages or anything without serious thought, because I cemented myself in Reno of all places.
Yeah.
And now I'm fucking stuck here till at least 2021.
Oh.
So, it's...
Oops.
Now I'm just like, oh, cool. Like, I really need to actually take a look at all the steps of my life before I just hop into shit. But then again...
I do that, too.
Like, I do that because I'm like, well, you know, like, worst case scenario, I have a, you know, decent life full of things that I curated rather than...
your luxuries.
Letting other things
Small,
happen.
stolen luxuries. That's how I live.
I got an Instant Pot and shit. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You're an adult.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm just so not feeling myself today. That's the worst part. Is that like I did all the things that I should have been doing. You know, I gave myself the positive affirmations in the mirror.
You looked yourself in the mirror.
Looked myself in the mirror, and I said into my own face, like you're worthy of something more. You just got to keep on keeping on. Look at you doing healthy things and being yourself. And then I got to work, and I was like, what the fuck? And I just stared at my phone for like 20 minutes in the parking lot. I did my daily breakup app affirmation and journaling.
I'm sorry. I want to laugh at that so hard.
Oh no! Like everything I do, I know it's fucking stupid. Like I know everything that I'm doing is just like so like dramatic and kind of cheesy and like self-help Tony Robbins bullshit. And at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but what else am I going to do with my fucking time other than think too much and get stuck in my own brain? Like I got to get stuck in other people's shit for like a second, or else I'm just going to fucking implode.
This is why I like to have multiple boyfriends. Because, like, if one of them falls off the face of the earth, I still have another one.
Yeah, you see, I don't have the luxury of having multiple women into me at any time, let alone in the 0 to 1 range most of the time. Like, it is... most of the time, most of the time on average, it's like, I'd say I have like 0.18 women into me any week.
Yeah.
And I just got to work up to trying to make it at least a 1.
What? 0.8 women?
Yep.
0.8 of women.
Yep. So then I gotta really work to make it a whole digit.
Yeah.
To even like get a date set, because then even that, everyone loves canceling plans now. So it's like you make a date happen, and then they're just like, just kidding. I listen to your band.
What's 0.8 of a woman? Is that a midget? Are we not allowed to say midgets?
No, I'm just saying.
A little person.
I'm just saying, like, there'll be a whole person, but their commitment is less than 1.
What if you found a little person?
Not gonna lie,
my 6'8".
My last girlfriend was like 1 inch away from legally being a midget.
What's legally
under 4'11"?
4'11", yeah. Like I'm tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun dichotomy. So when my knees finally go out, I have someone that can reach the stuff on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Maybe help me put my shoes on.
Oh, you're
I'm
just looking
dying by
for
65
your future.
anyway.
65.
Yeah. I know I don't got many good years.
Oh man.
I already bought a cane at 26. You know,
What?
like I just fucking, this body's deteriorating. Like I'm fine now that I fucking lost 40 pounds and I've been like exercising regularly. I haven't needed the cane for a while, but fucking,
oh my god.
still, like I'm just facing the facts that like one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't use this leg anymore. Cool, you know, like. So I gotta also find a.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about this podcast.
You know, if we think about existentially, the entire world's going to end probably sooner than I'll even die. So
Yeah.
I like to think that I'll at least outlast the American experiment, you know, and rush into the nuclear apocalypse for at least a good 10 years of banditoing around in my murder vehicle, tending to my chickens.
Excuse me.
I'll give you 4 points for that one.
It was a weak.
Yeah,
it was a weak burp. I didn't
volumetrically,
want to do
it
it
could have been-
into the microphone. I thought that'd be rude. I figured it would be rude to do that.
Good.
What else? Yeah, I'm just like the breakup app thing gets me because I just don't. It's
Yeah, you want to hear another fun thing?
well, I mean, how long were you with this girl?
Like a month.
Okay, see, this is it. You're doing too much. You're giving her too much of your energy.
I know that.
A month, Bobby?
She would tell me like the same thing.
A month.
I just love being dramatic. You know how it is.
Yeah, I love being dramatic too.
And so like now I'm like I want to fully heal from this experience and come through it at the very end. But then also, you know, like the various crushing sadnesses that I have in general, now there's just like one more through line into that.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, oh cool, my sadnesses instead of being tripled are now quadrupled, which adds an extra layer.
At least you guys like talked and she didn't ghost you.
Yeah, no, we still talk frequently. And
I think
good,
right now
but
I'm ghosting and he's ghosting me. It's like we're both ghosting each other.
it's a mutual ghosting.
I looked it up. Well, I didn't look it up. Instagram told me on a meme that it's called Caspering. A friendly ghosting. You get ghosted. You both agree that it's not going to work out, so you disappear. But I still think that's not okay. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I texted you 2 weeks ago. It was a week ago. And 2 days. Like, what?
Yeah.
And now you're friendly ghosting me.
Piece of shit.
I know. It's fine. You know, he had kids, so I couldn't really...
You didn't want to...
I didn't want to step mom
Was he the one that you were tweeting about a bunch, though?
No. I know. This is also the worst, too, because, like, I feel like I'll get with dudes and I, like, use them as, like, jokes. I'm like, oh, this is a great punchline.
See, this is where I feel like I'm doing the opposite. Like, I'm not feeling my feelings for jokes. I'm like... I feel shitty about it because now I'm like, am I milking this breakup for artistry so that I can have sadder lyrics with my band? Or am I actually feeling these things? Like, am I a product of disappearing into my own asshole artistically? Or am I an actual person? I still can't tell.
How do you disappear into your own asshole? Do you think your body splits in half and then goes up itself and then comes back up?
I don't know. I could be fully lost in there, and I actually am just...
Or is it just your head up your ass?
I think it's just a head up the ass situation. You know,
I like your body splitting in half and then both halves circling back up and going up your ass.
But then if you're split in half, there's no longer an ass to disappear. You're splitting down.
No, you split in half, the top half.
Oh,
of you splits in half.
I thought you meant like a...
And then it goes down...
Like a medieval torture pommel horse situation where you're just split down the middle and then try to go back into your own ass. Like a weird elephant tusk situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
That metaphor fell apart real quick.
Yeah, you're human centipeding yourself.
Yeah, I'm definitely human centipeding myself. I mean, I'm pretty sure 3 podcasts ago I claimed to have superpowers.
Oh.
So honestly, at this point, like I've totally squeezed the lemon of my God complex for fucking, you know, podcast purposes, and now I think I just gotta like juice the last of this fucking like sad boy bullshit, and then eventually I'll be back to being normal again. I don't fucking
know. I don't know. I feel like when I had this really big breakup maybe 2 years ago, and it just kind of like tore me apart, but I was like the funniest. I was so funny. It was like insane how funny I was. I'm like, oh man, if I can just dig deep down, find that sadness again, maybe I could write a joke.
Did it help?
Well, no, I had to date someone else and get ghosted and then write a joke about it. They're all punchlines now.
They're all
Poor
punchlines.
Boys.
Yeah, that's what they get for being fucking boys in vans.
Yeah. No, none of. I don't have a punchline.
Okay, good. None of those are.
I don't know. We're still in touch. He's just in a van. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm so jaded now on the relationship thing because my last couple ones were just like such shit that now I'm like, I can't.
See, that's why I'm trying to feel through any emotion that I have, and like, okay, I've been doing all this cognitive behavioral therapy stuff because that's the healthy thing to do, and I should be doing it regardless of whether or not I'm actually feeling a sadness for other things. But it's trying to work through separating emotions, thoughts, and actions, because a lot of people will equate their thoughts with their actual emotions, but you can't control your emotions. You can control your thoughts, but the thing you can control most is your actions from all of those.
Yep.
So as long as you're in tune and are honest with yourself about what you are feeling, you can then dissect, I am feeling this because this, and then that leads to this thought. How do I act on that? Like a lot of people say, I feel like the world is ending. That's not an emotion. That's a thought. You need to say, I feel anxious because I feel like the world is ending. So why is that?
So you can't feel like the world is ending.
No, you can't feel like the world is ending. You can say you think the world is ending, and you can use the metaphor or simile that you feel like that, but that's not an emotion to feel.
I guess that makes sense.
Though people can empathize, so you have to attach the
world
actual
is
emotion.
Ending. I can feel it.
Some people would be angry the world is ending. Some people would be anxious. Some people would be relieved.
Jesus Christ, just fucking burn this place down. You know what I mean?
One person's trash is another person's treasure.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just how it goes. And so like that's why it's important to put a feeling in the actual spot.
I haven't had a feeling in a long time.
So that's why I'm trying to be in tune with my feelings so that I can then
I just
work
like go
them.
through things, and then I have like a 2-day depression, and then I bounce back.
You see, I just like to cycle through all emotions and be in a constant depression.
Well, the best part about like scheduling your depression, I'm just kidding, you can't schedule depression, it's here all the time. That's the best part about it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was really depressed last week, and I was just like, leave me alone. I'm going in my room, I'm gonna cry this out for like an hour, and then I'm gonna sleep for 12, and then I'll be okay.
There you go.
And I
can't do that. I can't do that. Like, even when I'm fucking super depressed, I'll just fucking this weekend wasn't so good. I gambled a bunch. Like, I shouldn't have, but I just did because I was like, I don't know what else to fucking do with my time, but I know that I don't want to be fucking like on social media the entire fucking day.
Yeah, that's the worst. Social media, I think, is just like, once you start comparing or like looking at other people's lives, that's when it like goes downhill for me. I think that's why I fell apart after I got back from Chicago, because my mom was like, we know people your age who have high paying jobs and they do this and they do this. And I'm like, oh yeah, Mom, what field are they in? And she's like, the music industry. And I was like, oh, good thing I went to fucking art school. Like, I'm not going to get a high paying job with a sculpture degree. Like, I mean, I haven't even tried. I work at a ski resort.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, who cares? Like, it's not the same world that like they grew up in, where it was just like, oh, you graduated high school? Okay, well now you're going to go to college and you're going to get a government job right after that. And then you're going to have enough money to start a family and buy a home and live in a place. And with us, it's just like, oh, hey, you guys are all fucked. And also the world is probably going to end because we fucked it up for you and you're going to try to fix it. But we're going to criticize you the whole time that you're trying to fix the world because you are not living this like American dream that we tried to do it like, you know, in like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, they're like,
it's like, it's not the same fucking thing.
I was only making $2 an hour. And I was like, yeah, but a house costs like $7,000.
Yeah.
So like, fuck off.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, if you really like want to, you know, what are we going to tell our grandkids? We're like,
also, that was back when you could just lock a woman in your house and then suddenly she was your wife. You know, like you didn't have to worry about what she thought or felt.
Yeah. My God. Just get back in the kitchen.
Yeah, just like, I bought you an apron. What else do you want?
Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't own an apron.
I own 2 of them.
I know, I saw those. They're very cute.
I bake a lot.
I know.
Do a lot of baking.
You didn't give me any treats. You gave me a fortune cookie. And my fortune was... Let me find it. I put it in my high-waisted jeans.
The last sourdough bread I made was real bad, so I didn't feel like giving that to
you didn't do anything.
People.
It your sensitivity is an asset.
Your sensitivity is an asset.
My mother would disagree.
You need to...
I've been called sensitive my entire life.
You need to let yourself have your emotions.
You're so sensitive.
They're valid.
Stop being so sensitive.
So your emotions are valid, but you know it doesn't mean you shouldn't feel them. It just means your actions don't need to reflect
my sensitivities.
Yes, I mean you can feel all the emotions you want, and as long as other people aren't, you know, you can let them out to people that you trust with your emotions.
You're so sensitive. You're so sensitive.
Yeah, I used to be a heavy fucking crier, and so that was.
Oh, you like to cry?
Yeah, it was really trained out of me in like middle school because I mean I was already like 6'2", and so like no one wants to see this essentially adult crying on their playground.
Why is that large boy crying on the slide?
So I was like, okay, cool. I'm done crying until that becomes okay ever again. So really, like only this year I've been really getting back into it.
Crying's okay.
Yeah, when Chris was just telling his proposal story during your guys' podcast, I was just like, oh,
crying?
Just a little bit.
I definitely cry at happy things. Usually I can like feel it if I need a good cry, and then you just have to accept it. It's like, well, I'm just gonna weep and weep and weep in my car, and then I'm gonna get out of my car, and I'll be fine.
Yeah.
But then your eyes look like shit. Like, really, it doesn't help. I mean, like, you can release a bunch of shit, but like, you got to put that eye cream on afterwards because you can't. You can't
have that luxury.
You need it, Bobby. If you're gonna cry that much, you need to put effort into eye cream.
I just cry a bunch, and then I show up places, and everyone thinks I'm high as shit, and I'm like, yeah, that's what this is.
Oh, but now I know. Now I know. If I see you.
I'm just gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, I won't lie. I'll tell everybody. Everyone fucking knows where I'm at. And everyone is trying to give me wonderful advice. But I don't trust anyone's judgment, really. I mean, like, honestly, the way I live my life is I only trust my own judgment, and it's worked out so far. I'll give that one a solid 7.
Thank you.
That's a good one.
Wow, I'm really just, like, putting a good impression on the Petri Dish listeners here.
Fuck it. They don't care.
Yeah, no, I know no one cares. It's fine. I'm not trying to get like a job or anything.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't need these motherfuckers. None of us need them.
I don't need shit.
Yeah, they're just fucking dick bags. Fuck you guys. How
fuck
dare
you
you listen to my podcast?
fucking listening to this fucking podcast. What the fuck have you been doing with your life? You think that you have a life? That was mean.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I'll take it back.
Yeah, you're wonderful. Thank you for tuning in every week to see what level of sad I'm at and or what level of discomfort for whoever I have as my guest.
I'm worried about you.
Oh, thanks. I'll get through it because I'm very self-sufficient.
I know.
It's just...
But it was only a month of your life. You should have been... See, have you watched Sex and the City? Maybe you just need to watch Sex and the City.
But I do know that I am a Carrie.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Yep.
You are a
she's
Carrie.
also an ENFP type.
Oh, so you know all these things, you just haven't watched it. Anyway, in Sex and the City, they say that you should take the amount of time the relationship lasted, cut that in half, and that's your grieving period. So, bitch, you done. You are done.
I'm done
you're done.
I'm done grieving. I just have my own existential sadness where I'm like, oh, now I'm just alone altogether. You know?
Yeah, but you're not always going to be alone.
You don't know that.
Oh, no, I do.
I didn't feel alone, and then my fucking dog died, and I got extra alone.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. So, just remember that if you feel alone, things can always still leave you. Like, I'm just half expecting Austin to be dead when I walk into the living room.
Austin?
He's dead.
He's dead.
See? There it is.
Shit.
It happens. They just leave.
Bobby, you will not be alone. I will wing woman you. I will wing woman until we find you a mate.
Plenty of people have tried.
I will wing woman.
I even got
Have you met Bobby?
I even got a rousing endorsement on Twitter today because I was doing the please a woman in 5 words hashtag.
Well, I didn't see that.
Oh man, mine were the best.
I didn't see any of that.
Oh good, Austin didn't die. Yeah.
No, Bobby's not okay.
I'm fine.
No, I'm worried about him.
I'm totally fine.
I'm worried.
So totally. Everything is.
Yeah, we're
Austin, the hot start baka.
Yeah. Am I on the podcast section right now?
You are now.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Okay.
It's gonna be very inaudible.
Anyway, I think I want to go to Target now.
Yeah, Target's a good place. I go there and spend too much
You made
money.
me sad.
Yeah, I do that. I do that a lot, Reese. That's why Sam stopped coming on the podcast. Well, no, because I was too happy, I think. Yeah, I think I was too positive. I was going through one of my positive phases.
It's just tough for him to get out here from Carson City.
That's true.
This is your sad ballad for you. Bobby, you're so sad. That's the whole song.
That was a great song.
Bobby, you're so sad. I don't like it. Sounds bad right now. This sounds fucking bad.
That's because that was a $20 ukulele, but that was also 16 or 17 years ago.
I'm just struggling to find a word that rhymes with sad that I like. Bobby, you're so sad. Just put on some plaid and shut the fuck up. Because you're a lumberjack. There you go.
I accept that.
Yeah. Because you got chickens. That's not a lumberjack thing.
That's not a lumberjack thing. Lumberjacks deal with trees.
You're a farmer.
Yeah.
Farmer Bobby.
If anything, I'm
Yeah, I mean, I did remember that.
A farmer.
Do you remember that time I found a poster of you in Yonkers?
Yeah. I still have that.
It's
I still
pretty
have that
great.
picture. I still have that picture.
Bobby was wearing this plaid shirt with a cowboy hat, and then I got on the train to get back to Yonkers from the city, and I saw a plaid shirt and a cowboy hat on an Asian man for a poster for Yonkers.
And that's me.
And it was you. Found your doppelganger.
Oh yeah. Please a woman in 5 words. The two best ones I had was your dress has pockets. Cool. That was one of them. And then the one that got retweeted and she put it out to all her followers that I need to be snatched up was Sephora shopping spree, my treat.
Oh.
Just,
Not every girl likes makeup.
I know, but you can get other things there, just various art supplies, but for your face.
Yeah, I would get a face mask.
See? There you go. Get that. Get other stuff. I don't know. I don't
This is just
I don't
the
shop at Sephora.
background.
That's fine. I like background music. It's too happy of an instrument to just...
No, you gotta find the sad notes.
That's true. There's plenty of good sad notes. All the minor ones, really. That's...
I mean, do you want me to play She Fucking Hates Me?
God, no.
That's how it goes.
It does. Can't believe you learned a Puddle of Mud song.
Ugh, the B is difficult when you have a little bit of long nails. Met a girl. Thought she was grand. I fucked that up too.
We made out
Met a
under
girl.
the dock. That song is just Summer Nights.
Thought she was grand. Oh my god, it is. Met a boy a week or two. That's
well, oh, well, oh, well, oh. She fucking hates me.
Oh my God, it is. It is.
Yes, that's life.
Met a girl, thought she was grand, found out whatever.
She got friendly down in the sand.
You said fingered down in the sand?
Yes.
Fingered down in the sand.
That was my favorite part of Grease, when he talked about just finger blasting a girl on the beach.
When did he say that?
He didn't.
Why did I believe you?
She got friendly down in the sand.
She got fingered.
She got fingered down in the sand. That seems like a John Travolta move.
She got fingered down in the sand. Who hasn't? Who hasn't been fingered on the beach?
I haven't.
Actually,
I hope that for you.
I feel like I have. I feel like I have to have. Like, there's no way that in my 30 years of life I have not been fingered on the sand.
Well,
on a beach.
If you don't remember it, it must not have been that good.
I don't think it happened.
It makes me sad.
Huh.
Not only, why are you having only average fingerings? Like, you should remember them, right?
Yeah.
These poor boys. They probably got dirty fingernails from living in a van. Yes. No, they're probably all wonderful and not full of sand. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know why. I don't know what I've said on this podcast.
That's like, I know I'm going to get in trouble if I ever get on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, they're going to go back and be like, this guy.
I have been far more sexist, racist, and homophobic on this very podcast, but I'm just funnier, so I think I get away with it.
Homophobes.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Bobby, you're a homophobe. What rhymes with homophobe?
Germaphobe.
I guess what rhymes with
homophone.
phobe?
Homophone.
Homophobe. Mobe.
Globe.
Lobe.
Lisa listens to a lot of Lisa Loeb.
I love Lisa Loeb. Bobby, you're a homophobe, but you listen to a lot of Lisa Loeb.
I feel like that would make me...
For a homophobe.
Yeah. So you find that just make me super gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything I do is pretty gay.
You're super gay for a homophobe.
Like, I got Nick into watching Hedwig and the Angry Inch. That was nice.
Super gay for a homophobe.
I go and do those songs at karaoke sometimes.
Karaoke.
It's the best.
I think we should go do karaoke right now. What do you think?
I don't think they have karaoke on Mondays anywhere.
Oh.
I know.
Does anything happen on Mondays?
Nothing happens on fucking Mondays. There's like literally fucking... I mean, I guess there's like the open mic at the Jungle, but for like not comedy.
Oh.
I went there
so
one
I
time.
can go and sing, Bobby, you're a homophobe.
Do it. I watched the guy do poetry there once.
Listen to a lot of Lisa Loeb for a homophobe.
It's a good song. It's going to get stuck in my head.
I know. I mean, the fact that we couldn't find anything to rhyme homophobe
Other than Lisa Loeb?
with Lisa Loeb.
That might be a first.
Do you think Lisa Loeb is a homophobe?
God, I hope not.
I hope not. Because that would suck for like half her fans.
It's like she has a new album out called God Hates Fags.
Oh my God. What's like the most famous Lisa Loeb song?
Stay, I Missed You.
Lisa Loeb.
Everyone, just this is your Lisa Loeb trivia for the day.
Yeah. I mean, I can't even like... Here we go. We're just going to watch the video.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Do
It's
we
probably
have,
going to be an ad first.
copyright?
It's probably going to get taken off of Spotify if we do more than 10 seconds.
Well, there's a cat in the beginning of the video.
Well, who doesn't have a cat in their music video? I mean, I feel like that's everybody.
Oh, yeah. I hear what I want to.
Yeah. This
Okay,
is
now
solid,
I have to learn this
song.
On the ukulele.
Yeah, you do. It's such a good song.
My friend sings it when he just when he actually plays music.
Beautiful.
You say.
I wish I played songs that people like enjoyed. Whenever I go do like open mics or play anything acoustically, everyone's just like, ooh, play me a song. And I'm like, I don't know.
This is a difficult one.
Got different.
Hell
it's going to have a lot of like
There's
sevenths
too
and
many.
minors. And
There's like,
yeah.
No.
No, your fingers look like they do not know what's
They don't
going
want to do it. They don't want to do it. You say.
Sounds like a good karaoke song, though. You're just gonna have to. You're just gonna have to come. Just come do karaoke with me.
Well, you have to sing it like her if you're gonna.
Oh, 100%. Quit breaking stuff.
Yeah. You say. It's like when you go. If you listen to Alanis, you have to sing it like Alanis.
Well,
you know.
Whenever I go do, because the hot jam that I've been karaokeing on a lot recently is "Part of Your World" from The Little Mermaid. Yeah, and I really get into there.
I have a parody of the. Of the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, of that one.
Do you have heard it?
Yep.
It's pretty bad, huh?
It's wonderful.
My friend was like, I don't like that. I was like, thank you.
You should do it way
right
more.
Now.
No, yeah, right now. Do it.
Okay, ready? This is if the Little Mermaid, if she was addicted to drugs. She's addicted to drugs. Look at this meth. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my addiction's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has all the drugs? Cocaine and speed, I got plenty. Acid and mushrooms galore. You want Xanax? I got 20. But who cares? No, not me. I want more. I want to go where you hear the colors. I want to see the sounds tripping around on those. What do you call them? Balls! You're welcome.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Sipping tequila, you don't get too far.
Ooh.
I need Molly for dancing and jumping. Something like that.
I feel like I need to do more drugs before I get fully boring. But also, I'm pretty set in being boring at this point.
I mean, like, I feel like people I can't do, like, the whole drug culture. Like, the whole, like, Burning Man thing. Like, I got offered acid so many times at my cousin's wedding because of all her burner friends. And I was just like, how do you, like, function? Yeah. Like, I'll trip shrooms for, like, 2 days, and I'm like, okay, gotta get back to reality.
Yeah, like, I got shit to do. And also, I'm done feeling all these emotions all at once, you know? Fuck, I really get connected to the mycelium network.
Oh.
You know, I feel like I feel all the world's emotions.
Oh, I just have fun when I...
it's like there's a car horn going at all times, beep, but of beep, my beep, feelings. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, like I can't tell. Boop. I can't tell if it's angry or sadness or happiness. It's just all happening all at once in a very loud way.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's like New York City on a Saturday morning.
I wouldn't know. I've never experienced a Saturday.
Oh. I've never had a Saturday.
I've
never had a sadder day than sitting here with you, listening to you talk about your fucking feelings. I'm sorry. How do you think I would do as a therapist?
I'm going to say already, it's not well.
Not well.
You're already over it. And it hasn't even been an hour-long session.
Oh, I mean, how long do we... you want to go for an hour?
I had an hour-long session with my therapist on Saturday, and she was also over my shit by the end of it.
I mean, I feel like I would just sit there and be like, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
Everyone...
How does that make you feel?
See, that's the problem with me, is everyone gets real sick of it after, like, at least a solid day.
You know what? I mean, I haven't gone to therapy in a while, but people get sick of me pretty quickly, I think. Yeah. Like, I'll be seeing a guy, and then I don't even know what I do, but I blow it. I was like, I blew it. I don't even know what I did. I have no idea what I did, but I definitely blew it. Whatever it was that I did, blowing it.
My communication game is too strong, so I'll know exactly what I did, how they were feeling, and or what they did that, or what they were feeling that made my not so bad actions then be worse to them. And honestly, it's just a terrible...
I'm so tired, but bored of this conversation.
It's a bad time.
So terrible of me. I'm a terrible friend. I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's okay.
I just want you to snap out of it. But that's like what people have told me about, like, when I'm depressed. They're like, well, just snap out of it. And I'm like, that's not how it works. Unfortunately, it's like a chemical imbalance in my brain that I don't want to go to someone about, because then they're going to be like, hey, take these drugs. And I'm going to be like, I don't want to take those drugs because the side effects are death. And I don't want to be crazy. I don't want you to try to treat my crazy with some shit that's going to make me crazy.
See,
I just don't trust
want the
it.
drugs at this point. It's like, I have to wait 2 months to even see a psychologist. What a dope fucking healthcare system we have.
Yeah, how great.
You know how much sadness and death I can experience in 2 months? I could die every day between now and November 9th.
You could feel like the world is ending.
Yeah. No, I can't.
I know. You can feel anxious.
I can feel a lot of things.
Wow, I'm too savage for this. I'm so sorry.
No, it's makes sense.
I want to go to Target.
All my fucking friends are comedians.
It's so sad.
Yeah. And the ones that aren't
we're so sad.
Yeah, they just kind of they find their way around it.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want to come. We can't hang out with you and your comedian friends. Yeah. It's one long fucking bit. And I can't, they're like, no one. Some people like fucking love it. And they're like super into it. If I'm seeing someone and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a comedian. They're like so into it. And then other people are just like, I can't hang out with you and your friends for a second night in a row because you're so sad. He's like, it's too sad. I'm like, well, it is sad, okay? But it's only sad because we just know too much. It's not our fault. It's not our fault we think this way. We just know too much. We observe too much and we think too much. And most of those things are hilarious. So, I mean, the sadder you are, I told you the funnier I was. I really got to get dumped or something. Someone please break my heart because I need a fucking punchline.
All right, you guys heard it here. Somebody ruin Andrea's winter.
No way.
Just the
you
whole
cannot.
thing.
No. You cannot take
Just
winter away from me.
Take it all away.
Winter is mine for snowboarding.
Just melt the snow of her heart.
No.
And literally all the snow.
No, don't melt all the snow.
Break her legs.
Oh my God, Bobby.
Take all the muscles out of her butt.
Ah! There's so many muscles in my butt. I don't even want to do this podcast anymore.
Yeah, no one
want to be here.
No one does. That's why I never have guests. I don't even want to be here. Yet it comes out every Tuesday.
I don't even want to be here.
It just this is like at this point this is just the torture.
I'm sure I've said something at this point that'll get me fired from a job I don't have.
Yeah,
like they'll hire me just because,
and it's over with,
and then they'll fire me in the same day.
Yeah,
in the same sentence.
It'll happen.
You're fired because we listened to...
I hope to get fired over anything I've said on this podcast because I want to make them like have a written deposition of like, so what was it? And they're going to be like, remember when you said all this stuff about the Jews? I'm like, yeah, when you put it in text, it's kind of...
What did you say about my people?
Remember.
I'm just kidding. I'm not Jewish. I'm Italian. It's fucking close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough. You want to get real... New York, it's the same thing. Italians and Jewish people in New York are the same.
Damn hairy Italians.
I feel like my accent came back a little bit when I was hanging out with my family. Like it'll pop back up, and I'm like, yeah, fucking Yonkers. And then I was talking to this. I went outside for a second at my cousin's wedding, and I don't know how I got roped into this conversation. But there was a guy out there, some way related, I guess. But he was talking to me about how he was a retired cop and all this shit. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he just goes into a story. He's like, yeah, so we had to go and we found this crack house in the Bronx. And we went in there and there were two girls asleep on a mattress. And we got them off of the mattress. And it was inches thick of cockroaches. They were sleeping on them. And I was like, the point of this is what?
It was fucking
It's a fucking crack house in the Bronx, We had to go get them. And we had to take those crack whores out because they were sleeping on roaches. And I was like, this is a great family time. I'm so glad I'm here to hear this story about how
beautiful story
sleeping
of
on crack roaches Crack roaches.
You got the crack roaches and the cock horse.
I mean, that makes more sense. You fucking cock whore. You get your roaches, and they're sleeping on the roaches, and it was just like thick. Thick with roaches.
2 C's thick with roaches in there.
You think, like it was the whole mattress was really just like one big roach. Because all the roaches, they came together, they created a big...
It was like they were sleeping on a big roach Totoro, right on his tummy there.
Roach Totoro.
Totoroach?
Totoroach.
Gross.
Fucking inch thick. A Totoroach. Just crack horse sleeping on an inch thick of cockroaches. And I was like, okay, thank you for this.
Like, yeah, I get it, stop it.
Like, fucking New York, The only shit you see in the Bronx. I was born in the Bronx. On that mattress. Just kidding.
So that's what your mom used to do.
She was a cock whore. You crack horse.
You can't say that about your mom. She's a lovely lady.
I had a camp counselor that, like, it was during the time where your mom jokes were very popular because we were like 14 years old, Be like, your mom. And she would always respond, just straight face, looked at us and be, my mother is a lovely woman.
Okay.
And we're like, oh, okay. My mother is a lovely woman. Can I go to Target now?
Yeah.
Find some crack whores and tag it. Go to the Bronx.
What dates do you have coming up, Andrea, before you
I've been
leave?
such a hot mess. I think we're doing 10 Tour on the 25th. I am in a play in Truckee for the Truckee Community Theater 10-minute play festival on October 4th. October 9th, we are trying to do Dark Horse, but I still need to organize that. And then the 10th, I'm up in Eureka. And then the 11th, I'm supposed to go to a wedding in New York. And then the 12th, I'm supposed to go to my mom's 70th birthday party and see Frozen on Broadway.
Doesn't sound as fun as, especially the after party at the festival.
I know. I just
I'm
can't.
gonna send you a lot of videos of all of us having fun together.
I know it's gonna be. I don't want to go to. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the wedding. I RSVP'd yes. I'm getting a vegan meal. I can't go. Anyway, let me go to Target now and contemplate my life choices, please.
Do it.
I'm
gonna keep podcasting for the next 40 minutes.
What?
Just
with who?
Things, just myself. I do this.
Oh, okay.
Because like I said, no matter what. Life just goes on, and I just continue alone.
Hear what I want to.
I'm just going to listen to a lot of Lisa Loeb and just be sad. But thank you for podcasting me into the nighttime.
My Lisa Loeb impression of Skin.
I did. It was very good.
I think my Alanis one is a little better. It's like, got one hand in my pocket, and the other one is throwing a peace sign. It's a little too high. I have to bring it down a little low. Got one hand in my pocket and the other one's smoking a cigarette. That's not good.
Everyone is giving a high five.
The other one's giving a hand job.
To the guy from Full House.
Fingered on the beach.
You guys remember when Alanis Morissette was fingered on the beach by the guy from Full House? I remember that.
The other one's giving a hand job. Anyway, I know you love my Alanis impression.
I do. It's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I have some good Cher ones, too. But I can't even, think of the song right now.
No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside. Breakthrough.
I don't know the words.
It's even better if you just mumble vowels. Yeah. I feel like that would be a Cher move. She would just get the feeling right. She fucking hates me.
This is nonsense. Who the fuck listens to this?
My dad, pretty much. That's about it. That's about it. I just do this so he doesn't have to text me to check in. He just knows that I'm still alive every week.
Hey, Bobby's dad, I'm worried about your son.
Yeah, it's okay. No one's going to do anything about it, Dad.
I'm telling you, do you believe? Laugh after laugh.
I can feel something inside me say,
I really don't think I'm strong enough. No. Do you believe? I sound just like her.
you do.
Believe. I got really.
That was almost Shakira. That one was.
Oh yeah, that was a little wherever, whenever. That was not. That was like if Shakira. I don't even know what happened to her.
She got southern with that impression.
Whenever. Whenever, wherever, Shakira.
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 I'm on tonight. You know my hips don't lie.
I'm starting to feel you, boy. That was like Indian.
You were, yeah. Like,
That was. I don't know what happened there.
Gandhi. You're just channeling your inner Ben Kingsley for that one.
Shakira. Shakira. My hips don't lie, and I'm starting to feel you, girl. That's not.
What is happening?
You asked me to do this.
Yeah, it's true.
Do you believe? I think Shakira should be southern. Wherever, whenever, we should be together.
That's just Carrie Underwood. That's.
I'll be there and you'll be here. Those lyrics don't make any sense either, Shakira. You'll be there and he'll be here. Where? Then you're not together.
Wherever. Just in the ethereal nature of closeness. You know how it goes.
Wherever. But really, I think the Cher one
It was
is
the best one. It was the best one.
Yeah.
Before it went sideways.
You believe.
Go to Target.
Okay, fine.
And then there was one. Hi, friends. It's me again, your host. Boy, was the last hour so much fun. You know what else is fun? Bettering yourself. I don't know what the fuck to talk about anymore. I mean, you've heard all the things. Yeah, I'm just, it's one of those days where I just didn't prepare this whole week to have a podcast out. Just really flying by the seat of my pants lately. Just kind of doing as I do. Hey, I'm dealing with my things. Other people, it's wonderful to have people worried about you. But also doesn't do much other than, I don't know, make me feel guilty that people care about me. That's a weird situation to be in. Just because, I don't know. Like, I guess I don't feel bad when I care about other people, but I feel bad when people care about me. And I think that's one of those codependent issues that I have to deal with and just accept people's input on my life consistently like they have been giving me for the past few weeks. And I will take all of them as an aggregate of how my friends see me as a person and work through those things accordingly. So, as you can tell, I'm doing fucking wonderful. Weight loss update. I think I'm still beating Nick. Again, he's doing fucking great, eating healthy and exercising all the time. But I'm also doing that, except instead of eating healthy, I'm just eating significantly less. And healthy. I guess I've been making myself solid meals, but it's just, sporadic eating because, who has all that time in the day to nourish yourself? Just drinking a lot of fucking coffee, like a lot. Back on that train. Tried to cut my caffeine intake because I was giving myself panic attacks at work. But hey, you know what? I'd rather just be panicking a little bit than not wanting to show up to work. So, keep getting dem checks, as the kids say. Just kidding. They've never fucking said that. What else did I do? I spent like over $1,000 on random bullshit over the weekend. Went to Costco. Got a fuckload of things there. Re-upped for 3 months on my fucking online therapist. I cannot suggest the BetterHelp app more. Not a sponsor, though they do sponsor other podcasts. One of my favorite of which I have plugged on the podcast before, the Mental Illness Happy Hour. Just really great podcast. hosted by a guy named Paul Gilmartin. Used to be a comedian. I guess he still is a comedian. I don't know. I really like his podcast, though, because it focuses on just the visibility for mental health issues. He doesn't try to fucking solve people's problems. He's not out to fucking, do some weird self-aggrandizing like I seem to be constantly doing. It's just about listening and being receptive and not judging, but letting people process, just talking through things that happen to people. I listened to one where it was just the grief that a woman had to go through after her and her husband were out, like playing around in a river, and then he just got swept away, drowned, fucking died. There it was in an instant. No ceremonious, death thing, no sickness, just boom, he's gone. Your life is different forever. That was an interesting one. Just a lot of interesting things, things that you don't think about, a lot of things that I didn't even know were talked about, in psychological terms, like, covert incest is a thing that gets brought up a lot, of just about how, sometimes people's family members will push boundaries that make a child uncomfortable and kind of break that trust bond that they have. And so that can be a thing that causes problems later on in life. And so, there's just so many, and they just go through a lot of things in there. And so, yeah, that's a lot to talk about the one podcast that only I listen to most of the time. But the BetterHelp app is one of the people that sponsor them, and they are an online it's not an online therapist. Like, I hate to say it like that. Like, it's not like it's not like getting your degree from DeVry, but of mental health. What it is different mental health professionals from across the U.S. and other parts of the world. But, you get your therapist in the U.S. They sign up for when they are available, and you can video call them. You can regular phone call them. If you're not comfortable with that, you can just do like scheduled live chat time. And then they also have times in there to like journal back and forth with you. One of the therapists I used to have, like I said, I talked about having a new therapist, I think earlier. My old therapist, she would kind of send me like homework assignments essentially, and I wasn't into that, so I dropped her. I didn't tell her anything, but that's the beauty of BetterHelp. You can drop your therapist and switch to a new one with they will not put up a fight. They won't even notify anybody. No one's going to come angrily at you. It's just like, I'm done with this person because they weren't meeting my needs, or my needs have changed, or whatever your excuse, or you just don't vibe with the person. I thought, the doctor that I had, she was super dope for what I was going through in that time, but the feelings and emotions and things that I've been processing have changed, beyond kind of going through that, like, before I was worrying about my self-esteem and internal versus external locus of control and trying to rein in like codependency issues. I've worked through that, maybe not the most successfully, but I've got the tools I need, and I'm very much, into forging my own path once I've got things identified and figured out. As you can tell here, I mean, like, sure, it was great to have a guest. Andrea is wonderful, but sometimes I am so not into human interaction in general that I just kind of exist. And now that I'm the sole person talking, I'll disappear all the way back into my own ass, and I can really put pen to paper, but, I can put mouth to ears, which feels a little strange. I'm sorry to say that I'm putting my mouth on your ears. Hope you don't find that as strange as I do. But I got a new therapist. She's super dope, focusing more on kind of the broader things of my anxieties and my broader codependency issues as I relate to all people. Why do I feel the need to be in a fixer role in relationships? Why does that give me energy with all the people that I have? Like, I am most comfortable in a caretaker type role or a guardian type role, like, I don't understand what that is in me, but I want to work through that and identify it. Not that it's a bad thing. It's great to have your roles as people. It's great to know where you lie, and it's not a bad thing to want to take care of others. But if you leave that unchecked, it can create problems with other people. So unless you identify why you exist the way you do, you don't have to overanalyze it, but just acknowledge it. Then you can work past it or work with it to continue to improve yourself. So that's what I'm trying to do, I guess, is work to continue to improve because we are all constant projects in maintenance. None of us will ever be finished because we are just constant art experiments that eventually just decay rather than reach any sort of completion. So you just work constantly to be the best version of whatever exhibit you're putting out to the world, and then you die. Very bleak. Sorry. That's the way I view the world right now. That may change. Who knows? Maybe I'll find Jesus and really fuck up this podcast all the way. You guys just want to hear, oh my God, what if I did the full like Johnny Cash Jesus turn and like every fucking episode I'm like, ooh, it's a great day in the Petri dish land. Praise the Lord. That'd be so lame. I wouldn't blame you if you stopped listening because of that. Don't worry, guys. I'm probably not going to find Jesus. If I do, it's going to be like a real mutual relationship. Like I find somebody that has also found Jesus, and I'm like, I believe Jesus is your friend. I don't find him as friendly to me, so I will associate with Jesus on the terms that you want to associate with him with, and we can associate with them as a couple, but I will not associate with Jesus one-on-one because me and him aren't bros. You know how it goes. I don't know what the fuck that is in me to like not want to. I mean, I guess it's already a big enough leap for me to think in the future that I would accept another person's religion as my own in a relationship. I don't know if I'd take it that far. There would always be a healthy layer of irony involved, I think. But I would love to go through the motions. You know, if there's one thing about Catholicism that I find a positive, it is the ritualistic aspect of it, which in itself is culty and crazy, but that's just how I roll. I enjoy a ritual and I enjoy grandiose things. That's why I enjoy putting on concerts. I love to be, the preacher at the head espousing whatever my gospel is of the day. Just like now. Like, what fucking bullshit am I getting into? Love yourself more. And even beyond that, take care of yourself. Because if you don't care for yourself, how can you expect other people to? It's a lot of work to put in on yourself, but if you're going to do work for anyone, why not yourself? If you expect other people to put the work in for you, which again, like I can't talk too much shit. I'm buying up therapists and shit left and right. But if you expect other people to do the work for you without doing any of the work yourself, you're going to end up real sad and codependent. And that's where I've really started drawing the lines on myself. Like, where are my boundaries? And I need to start asserting myself as I relate to others. I'm very much a go with the flow because I don't want to rock the boat kind of person. But when that comes at a sacrifice to myself and my own enjoyment, like if I would rather stay home than go out with my friends, why are they my friends and why am I staying home? So yeah, if there's one thing that I could harp on for the day, it's you need to make your needs known in any relationship, whether it be romantic, friendship, business wise, anything. In any relationship, put your needs on the table so they can either be accepted or rejected or compromised. If you don't put them on the table, they'll never be met. And if they're accidentally met, that's just going to string you along even further into thinking that things are okay when you're not putting in the work to your own relationship. And I've not been putting in a lot of work to a lot of my different relationships, and it's caused me to be at a point where I'm thinking, oh no, how come I don't enjoy being around a lot of the people that I'm around constantly? Why? Because they don't actually know any of the things that I like or enjoy because I don't put myself out there to do things like that, I don't tell my friends, we're all going to go do this thing because I want to do this. Who wants to go? I'm just like, who wants to hang out in general? I don't fucking care. We'll do anything. And that's why I got to start doing more shit I enjoy with the people I enjoy. Like when I want to just go fucking bowling. It's dumb, but it's fucking fun. Grab yourself a pitcher of beer, bowl some fucking balls, and talk shit. It's fun. It's a good time. Play laser tag. Fuck, I love laser tag. It's so lame how much I enjoy laser tag. Go and fucking mini golf. Go fucking hike. God, I like hiking a lot more than I thought I did. But I don't know. I think I enjoy solitary time a lot more now that I've organized my own thoughts, or I've organized my own emotions. I've organized my own processing power in my brain so that when I sit alone and or walk around alone for long amounts of time, I don't end up in a feedback loop of whatever emotion I'm in, whether that be anger, jealousy, sadness, anxiousness, depression, any of it. I don't end up in that feedback loop because I can then kind of work through, why am I feeling this? What are my thoughts? Where is it coming from? Work through it or ignore it right now. Meditate through it or pick something and try to get your mind off it. Or work backwards and keep going from even before. Like, why do you feel this way? Oh, because of this event. Well, what happened before that to lead you to that? Well, let's dissect that. And then you end up in a fucking lovely journey of rediscovery for yourself. Which, again, like, I made a great breakthrough in therapy the other day that I don't really want to talk about yet. Because either I'm going to turn it into a great comedy bit, or it's going to just be a lot of things that I have to work through myself. Because it's kind of like it's not heavy like, oh, I killed a kid one time on the playground, but it's just like there's parts of me from my childhood that I kind of just like pushed away, and they were such interesting parts of my development that I'm denying now that I need to acknowledge so that I can let it go. The things that affect my self-esteem, things that affect my interpersonal relationships. And so, yeah, that's what I'm up to, I guess. That's what I'm dissecting through. That's what the fuck I've been up to. But yeah, so fucking get BetterHelp. It's a great app because honestly, I was just real let down by therapists here in Reno a few times, especially their schedules and how far away they are from me. I would so much rather schedule like a 5 o'clock on a Saturday thing with a therapist on my fucking phone than have to be like, okay, so you're only available 2 p.m. three Thursdays from now, so I'll have to take off of work to go do an hour of therapy. And then I get there and like, well, you're my age. Can you really I hope you've had as much life experience as I have. Not that I even have that much life experience, but if I went into their fucking office and she had like pictures of her husband and shit and like live, laugh, love, fucking, ugh. Anyway, so yeah, I was real let down by my therapist here in town. So being able to outsource that to the greater United States area really helped me through. And the breakup app that Andrea was laughing at me about, it's called Mend, and like I did it because not because I felt like, ooh, I really need this. Ooh, I really need somebody to be there for me other than, like my friends. Honestly, I was listening to Mental Illness Happy Hour, and the woman that runs it, what's her name? L something? I don't even remember. It's unimportant. El Huerta, I think is her name. Yeah, there it is. Found it. Yep, El Huerta. She went on there and was talking about, the thing that she went through and how she wished she had something like this to help her through. And I was like, oh, I'll try it out. And then I just forgot to cancel it. I did like the free week. And then after that, I was like, oh, I guess I'm paying for a month. And then I was like, well, I kind of like the app after that month. And so I just, like, honestly, at this point, I could probably stop it. It's been... It tells you how long it's been since the breakup. You can set, because you're supposed to do a no contact thing, and I've not been following that. So every day I'm just resetting when was the last time you contacted your ex? I'm like, fucking yesterday or this morning. So I just reset that shit. But it really gives you, it lets you pick your focus. So you can be like, today I want to focus on intimacy issues. I want to focus on jealousy, and I want to focus on dating in the future. And it'll like give you little bits throughout the week. It'll make you journal through. I did a really good one today, just about acknowledging your emotions, being able to say, I feel this. And that's kind of the practice that I was going through with Andrea, and just because I needed to hear it for myself. And I've been working through that with my therapist, too, as being able to separate cognitive behavioral therapy style thoughts feelings, and actions, because you can control your actions even if you can't control your emotions. So do that. It's really crazy to just say that. It's like telling people that are addicts to just stop doing drugs, but you can control your actions even if you can't control your emotions. And sometimes you can have intrusive thoughts. Like, that's a thing that people have, with either, OCD, depression, various other things. You can have intrusive thoughts. Same with depression. Like, it's the same thought that makes you think, like, I need to fucking kill myself. Like, I should just go into the bathtub with this toaster and just drop it fucking in. I should just take the gun out and I should just right in the back of the throat. But then you think, like, oh, well, what if I miss the brain? And what if I just, like, Fight Club myself and blow out half my jaw? Like, what if I fuck this up? I fuck up all the time. Why wouldn't I fuck up this big of an event? And so it's those fun, intrusive thoughts and things that maybe you can't control. But again, the actions are the thing you should be able to control. So maybe you'll think through your entire suicide a bunch of times, unfortunate, these things happen. But you can control whether you reach out to people. You can control how you cope with that. You can control a lot of the things around you. And some people can't, and they have to get help, and that's fine. Get help. That's all I can say. Is just get help whatever way you can. And that's what I wanted to do. Because, again, self-sufficient person. So I didn't want to, lean on the crutch of all my friends and strain those relationships. Because, honestly, I do have a lot of trust issues. So I don't rely on the people around me as much as I should. And I did, for the first time. I finally did, like, corral all my friends and family and say, this is what I'm going through. I'm fucking sad. And they all watched out for me for like a good month until they were just like, okay, he's probably fine. And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. You're all off the duty. Some of them are still checking in constantly, which is wonderful. But honestly, at this point, the airplane is flying again. Sure, it's missing an engine, but it'll stay gliding because we've passed through the inclement weather when you're back above the clouds at cruising altitude. So yeah, I suggest BetterHelp. I suggest Mend. They are both wonderful applications for whatever you're going through. Because Mend can also be used not just as a breakup app. I call it a breakup app. That's what it started as. It can just be used for any grief. They even have like a setting for losing pets, which honestly, I thought about resetting it when I had to put Nikki down a few weeks ago. But honestly, that was the entire plan with that dog, is like, eventually I'm going to have to put her down. And so I was always kind of mentally prepared for that, and it fucking sucked. That was the first time it's been my decision to have to let go of a life like that, but I feel like it's a good exercise in empathy and the life cycle in general, and having pets and things you care about, things you care for. It was a great codependency exercise, because I've seen those traits in my family, in every side of my family. Like my grandmother let one of her old dogs go on way too long, so it was sad to watch. But they need that animal. They need to care for that other thing, because then they feel like their life doesn't have the same meaning if they're not caring for that thing, which is a problem. Your life needs to have meaning regardless of everything outside of it. Because everyone's life has whatever meaning they give it. Sometimes we don't give it the meaning it should. It doesn't mean it's not a valid life. And so just because you are done caring for this animal and this animal no longer needs you doesn't mean you suddenly lose your value. And so that was a great exercise for me in kind of shaking the last of my codependency issues, in just thinking, I provided what I could for as long as she needed, and now she just needs to rest, and she can't. And so I finally made that decision, because honestly I was sitting there and I was like, I could spend thousands of dollars on tests and things and maybe give her the rest of the year and spend a bunch in medication and just keeping her alive, but that would honestly only be for me, so that I can feel like I didn't end a life. And it's disingenuous. I got this dog so I didn't do that a bunch, and so I wanted to give her a good life, and she ate a whole chicken. She's eaten Arby's, McDonald's, a fuckload of McDonald's. Jonathan would leave that shit everywhere. Probably ate a burrito one time. Ate out of the trash can whenever she wanted to piss me off. And just fucking owned this house. There's still a lot of her hair everywhere. And I went on a cleaning spree the weekend after that and this last weekend. I have been trying to fucking scrub this place and get it some semblance of clean. But honestly, that's tough. It's just fucking tough. But life's fucking tough, so I guess that's my plugs for the week. The BetterHelp app and the Mend app. So check those out if you need help. I don't think I have anything for music. I heard the new Blink-182 album leaked. It should be out Friday. I'm excited for it, but only as excited as a 27-year-old should be about Blink-182. Because honestly, at this point, like, I love Blink-182. They were everything to me for a long time. But at this point, it's kind of just like the haven of pedophiles, all of pop punk. And so I'm very just disappointed in how that entire genre exists. And so hopefully, you know, from some of the singles that I've heard, Blink-182 has graduated from making songs as if they're still in their teens to making songs as if they're in their 20s. And I'm like, cool. I'm glad now they're making music for people my age, but they're also almost fucking 50. I'm not listening to your music to get the same emotions I could make. I'm listening because I trusted that you would also evolve. I don't want to hear 50-year-olds talking about how, like, oh, this girl used to mean everything to me and now we don't talk. No, tell me what it's like to love your fucking kid. That's why I like Teenage Bottle Rocket. He wrote that fucking song about his son. He just, you know, like, you mean everything to me, but also, you know, like, I'll kill your goldfish if you don't brush your teeth. You know, shit like that. Like, I want real shit. I'm tired of this metaphorical circle jerk of trying to relive your youth all the fucking time. Age with me. That's why I love the Menzingers too. Like, a couple years ago, they were talking about, like, how the fuck do I navigate turning 30? And now they're writing songs like, I'm in my 30s. How do I fucking navigate the 30s until I'm 40? And so, hey, you know, fucking age properly. That's all I can fucking say. That's enough talking shit. Thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been the Petri Dish. I'll be fine. Don't reach out to me. I'll be fucking fine because I'm always fine because I'm the fucking best. If I can't rely on me, I can't rely on anybody because all you motherfuckers are disappointing. So, I've been Bobby Benedict, and I will continue to be because none of you can fucking touch me. There's my God complex for the day for you guys. Bye.